My great Aunt Lily died when I was 9. She was the first death I was aware of. There had been a few deaths before hers, but those were the 25-cent turtles my parents bought for me as pets. I never saw them die. I'd wake up one morning and the little plastic terrarium would be empty. My folks said Mr. Turtle had to go on a trip. I knew Mr. Turtle was never coming back. My great Aunt Lily is the first person I remember losing. She was an old lady. She was the first and only old lady I ever met who had long hair that went all the way past her butt. I didn't know it because she kept it up during the day, braids wound into a bun she pinned to the top of her head. I only saw it once when she slept over and let her hair down. Long brown hair stark against the white of her flannel nightgown. She brushed it out every night 100 times before she went to bed. Well, that's what she told me. I didn't watch. Aunt Lily once bought me a life-size doll. She knocked on our apartment door, and when I opened the door, the doll was standing right next to her, and we were the same height. Lily forgot I hated dolls. The horror of that moment made me slam the door in both of their faces. 4-year-old loses mind temporarily. 4-year-old is forgiven. Aunt Lily gave me the book Harriet the Spy before I was able to read it. It was inscribed to Nancy Ellen Tepper, the little girl I love. Harriet became my best friend when I finally read that book in third grade. I have a tattoo of her on my arm. Harriet, not my aunt. Aunt Lily walked all the way from Wall Street in Manhattan to 81st and First, where we lived during the Northeast blackout on November 7th, 1965. She walked for almost 3 hours. She walked 6 miles in the dark to get to us because the trains were stuck in the tunnels. She couldn't get home to Brooklyn. When she knocked on the door, I didn't slam it in her face like I did on Doll Day. I gave her a big hug instead. She was special. She wasn't like other old ladies. She was interested in me. I knew she was real, not phony like the other old ladies who pretended to like little girls and would talk to me like I was dumb. Aunt Lily never treated me that way. I found out she died after her funeral. My dad told me, which was weird because Lily was my mom's aunt. I was sitting alone at the dining room table, looking at the dogwood tree in the backyard, leaves and blossoms missing. It was winter. He stood by my side and said, Princess Pussycat, we were just at Aunt Lily's funeral. She died. And that was it. I sat there with my back to everyone. I put my head down on the table. I suddenly needed to rest. I felt empty and guilty because I was supposed to feel sad. People are supposed to cry, right? I didn't have any tears. I was mad that they waited to tell me. I was mad that I didn't get to say goodbye. All I knew was that just like all the Mr. Turtles, I'd never see her again.